Brian Cazeneuve with Sarah Kwak here at Madison Square Garden, where the New York Rangers have advanced to their first Stanley Cup final since 1994 with a 1-0 victory against the Montreal Canadiens. Sarah, what surprised you about tonight's game?
You know, I think what surprised me the most was the listless and kind of lifeless effort we got out of the Montreal Canadiens in a do-or-die situation. I thought that they would be playing with a lot more desperation. They just did not seem to come into Game 6 with the kind of jump that they normally have.
I think some credit there should go to the Rangers as well, though. The New York played probably as good a third period as it has played all season long, and this is against a team that should have been desperate and should have been pushing the envelope to get the equalizer. For the most part, this was a 4-line shutdown effort from the Rangers, and now they will play the winner of Chicago and LA. Sarah, what are they looking for out west?
I think that they're hoping, praying for a 7-game series out west, partly because they get the extra rest, but also because a 7-game series actually gives the Chicago Blackhawks a chance. And I think that they match up a little bit better against the Blackhawks than they do the LA Kings. What do you think, Brian?
I sort of think so, too. I mean, Chicago is very similar at the top end to the Pittsburgh Penguins, whom the Rangers already defeated in the playoffs this year, and the fact that they have two superstars, Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh, Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane for Chicago. I think LA's depth is a little bit greater, and these are not the LA Kings of a couple of years ago. This is a much more explosive offensive team with the addition of Marian Gaborik, and basically a team that can skate with other offensive teams and not just rely on its defense. And I think if you had to pick one goalie of the two, talking about Corey Crawford and Jonathan Quick, who might be able to match up with Henrik Lundqvist when he's at his best, you'd be talking about Quick. So I think LA also does match up better against the Rangers, and the Rangers match up better against the Blackhawks. Here's the question. Can these Rangers win another Stanley Cup?
Well, I think that when you're looking out west, the skill level in that series between the Kings and the Blackhawks is really off the charts. I think if the Rangers play kind of like they played in Game 6, they've definitely got a chance to push either the Kings or the Blackhawks. You know, with Henrik Lundqvist, anything is also possible. But when you look out west, just everything from top to bottom, Game 5 of that series was one of the best that I've seen in a really long time.
So in either case, the series will open up out west, either Chicago or LA, against a resurgent and very determined New York Ranger team.